Welcome back to our playthrough of the Digimon X version 3, Amber with the Silver X. God, I nailed the color. I nailed the color and it feels right. It feels good. Droopy, I can't even remember their name now. Hot Dog Face is doing good. Meanwhile, Kaiser Leomon evolved into Digimon. I haven't looked at their face yet. This is going to be another thing where we look at it together, and I hope that it's not another strange one. Or actually, I kind of hope it's a strange one, you know? Please give poor Sockface a partner. Yeah, I don't even know what that was. That was a lot of stuff going on. Looked a little bit like a cabbage. I'm gonna have to see that again. Am I just getting cynical? Is this just the lockdown affecting me? Normally, I'm not so rude about these faces. Here, let me try this again. Let me get a good, proper, everyone. Still having a hard time seeing where the face is. On the bottom looks like big, colorful eyes, but I feel like that's not the case, because I've seen Digimon. Digimon kind of looks like Goldora from the Power Ranger show. Okay, all right, that's fine, though. We've got Sockmon, and we've got Cabbage Face. Two brothers. Someone make a show out of it, and give me, I guess, merch royalties. I don't really need any, like, creative input in the situation. It sounds like a lot of work to put into a sock and a piece of cabbage. Here. Now you can both train at the same time. Synchronized brothers. Oh man, look at those fat peaks right there. You know what those fat peaks mean, right? That means really big level. Oh man. Just two weird brothers. Just hashing it out. Just going down to the batting cages, working off that steam. Did you just show that face twice? Holy cow, that is intense. If Digimon is a super final form, but not really actually final form, the actual super final form is the next one. From this point to evolve, they just need to get up to a very high level. It's between like level 9 and 10, so I'll probably just, as I do, put in the bare minimum. I mean, be efficient and get them to level 9 and call it a day. As for this fellow, what level are you at right now anyway? Was it 7 or was it 8? No, it's max. It's max level. I had this horrible dream last night. This terrible, terrible dream that a whole bunch of other stuff happened that's unrelated that you won't give a crap about. But then at the very end of this dream, you know those dreams that feel like they go on for a lifetime and you wake up and you're like, holy cow, what is life anymore? It was one of those. But at the very end of the dream, I looked down and my Digimon on the screen said, evolution failed, nice try, farewell papa. I was in this like near post-apocalyptic world where I was trying to drive on a highway over the ocean and the bridge was out. I was about to drive into the ocean and die. And the biggest thought in my mind was, oh my god, the people on Twitch and YouTube are going to be so disappointed. Then I woke up and I was like, ah! Also, a clarification on the way that experience is doled out. And I swear someone told me this before, so it's on me for once again forgetting this information. But the reason I was getting variable amounts of experience is because experience given is based on the roll that you get for battles for the day. So for instance, a roll of 3. I thought that this only meant that battles would be more difficult, but it does make sense that if battles are more difficult, you get more experience. So I guess on a day of a low roll, that's the way to do it. That's the time to strike. You know, I mean, not that in lower evolution forms you have much time, because I mean, between the toddler, or I guess baby 2 and rookie, or child, I don't know, there's a lot of different naming conventions we could go with here. There's only like 12 hours, and then 24 hours, and then 36, and so on and so forth. So if you get a bad roll for the day, I guess that's the thing. If you have a rookie and they're going to evolve, or you have a champion even and they're going to evolve, and you roll high, that's not good. I mean, you'll win more of the battle, sure, but you'll be sitting there doing it longer. And really, who needs to do things more than once? Who likes doing things twice? Not this guy. Guys, let's draw a picture. This suggestion comes in from Sneaks. They actually made this in our Discord channel, which you can, here's a link to it. I'll put a link down in the YouTube description if I can be bothered to remember. They suggested to draw Dodoguremon with Gerald's face because there's this little circulated rumor going around that the reason for Soggy Hot Dog Face is because this is actually Gerald. They just had to find a way to shoehorn themselves into yet another series. So if you'll humor us, I guess that's just Gerald. The only thing is we've done this before. You see, we've done this. It's not Plesiomon. It's whatever Plesiomon evolves into, I believe. We've done this before. However, I would not mind trying to tackle the daunting task of recreating this strange hot dog droopy face and probably just doing like a neck up kind of thing over here. I think that could be, let me move this up. I think that could be something we could do today. It wouldn't take forever to draw. It'd be fun. And again, there's just something about strange faces. You know, I can say this as someone who does art sometimes, that when you see a weird face, you're like, oh my god, how did you do that? And have you ever drawn something and you accidentally made it look so funny and you just laugh at it forever? It's just a good laugh with everyone, right? And you can't recreate it. It'll just never happen again. You know, I assume that's how, like, you know, the good faces from memes are chosen. It's just faces that can only happen once, right? So this is a challenge to recreate the droopy hot dog face. For one thing, I'm going to need to take a picture of this so I can have reference, all right? So I'm going to use my little phone here, right? I'm going to use my phone, and I'm going to take a picture. Here we go. I'm going to take a picture of this droopy-nosed dog face thing going on. Sorry, I've never put a camera in front of a camera before. I don't know if this is illegal or not. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to snap a shot. Okay, I think I got it. Did I get the shot? Yes, I got the shot. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just doing light sketching. I'm doing blocking in just for knowing kind of like where things are going. So I know I already asked this in the beginning, but how is everyone doing with all of this situation? There comes a point for everyone at which this situation starts to sink in. For some people where they're not actually making people stay at home and not, you know, take precautions. They're not enacting ordinances or whatever. It's, I don't know. It's just something that feels like it wouldn't happen, you know? I don't think this has ever happened in our time in well, really any kind of modern history. It's quite unique what we're going through, you know? And so, it's normal to feel a little overwhelmed and to suddenly feel like there's no control. Especially for people who already have issues with anxiety and feeling like they don't have control. It can be really rough, I imagine. So, I hope you're all doing okay, though. I know it can be pretty hard. Salmonberry Fiend says, I kind of had trouble sleeping last night. I was very restless yesterday. Yeah, no, I understand. That's kind of how I was yesterday. It was set in a little bit for me yesterday, yeah. Nintendo's dad says, well, I can watch your streams because I have no school. Well, that's one of the reasons I really want to keep streaming. Because, yeah, I think it's important to, like, engage and stay active with any kind of people or community, you know? One of the sad things they've talked about is that this is also a mental health crisis, because there are going to be people who are very negatively affected and will have dark thoughts because of this. And so just, you know, talk to someone, speak up, say you need something, and if someone around you is also clearly experiencing stuff like that, don't wait for them to reach out. Do try to reach out. It doesn't have to be something where you donate like your whole day or anything like that. Just see how they're doing. Sometimes knowing that someone cares to ask is all it takes, you know? Because let me tell you, and I'm sure many of you out there as well have experienced this, there are a lot of people out there that will say, let me know if you need anything. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh man, reach out, you know? And it's kind of like, if you've already been so emboldened or so in trouble that you want to bring it up in the first place, that is the reaching out. That is the saying I need something part. And you know, there's a lot of, it can sometimes feel a little insincere because people will, I mean, I know some people are busy and they don't all have time to actually reach out and help, but it does feel kind of like lame when someone says like, oh my god, I'm here for you, but they're not really, you know? Yeah, there is unfortunately that other side of the coin where sometimes someone will you'll reach out to someone, see how they are, and it turns into this whole thing where you end up shouldering their burden. That does suck. Those situations do suck, but you can also like very easily just state your boundaries as well. Without it being a catastrophic thing. Just like, look, I need space, I need my time, etc., etc. Don't let that one person that just started sucking the life energy out of you for when you offered them help ruin your ability to have compassion for random people, you know? Oh my god, you know, I said I was going to draw a bust, but this is I didn't realize how much was actually going on here. I've accidentally gone and draw the whole dang upper body now because there's so much stuff just protruding next to their face. Oh, Orikame, welcome. They say my roommate is in therapy right now for binge eating disorder. We've stocked her pantry and fridge with food and it makes her nervous. Oh yeah, what a unique and terrible situation for everyone involved. Yeah, your roommate must be kind of in peril right now. That's something that I kind of became aware of a couple days ago. My grandmother was hospitalized. She lives alone, and a few days ago she started feeling ill, and then she like passed out, and they took her to the hospital. My grandmother's a Buddhist. She has been meeting up at least like 3 times a week with a larger Buddhist group to chant and practice for years, for like almost her entire adult life. And it's just become this thing. Like whenever I was younger, I would always ask like, hey Nani. It's like, I call her Nani. Yeah, in Japanese that means what? But at the time, I was a dumb baby and I didn't know. But the name stuck anyway. So it'd be like, hey Nani, why don't you ever take a break from this Buddhist group thing? Why don't you ever, like, take a day off? And she's like, no. If I stop chanting, you know, you guys are something bad's gonna happen. You guys are gonna get hurt. You know, that's, our family's luck will end, or our karma will be in trouble, in jeopardy, or whatever. And, so yeah, that was just kind of her mentality. But then, yeah, with this situation, with the virus situation, they ordered that there would be no more meetups, no more Buddhist meetups. And this, she just ended up staying at home, and she's never gone without that kind of social interaction that long before. And essentially what ended up happening was, she's always, in the last like I don't know, 5 or so years had like a blood pressure issue. And it's related to food and it's related to stress. I think just not being able to see her Buddhist group gave her such a shock. And I've heard about this happening with a lot of older people. Just the stress of this situation alone is enough to trigger like heart attacks and stuff in people. And the doctor is saying that she had an enzyme inside of her blood that implied that she did indeed have a heart attack. And so she's got a heart monitor on right now. She's back at home. She's actually going to move in with my aunt for a couple weeks because, not related to the heart attack actually, I have a cousin. His name's Omar, and he was in Japan doing like foreign exchange student stuff. And they just decided that they're sending all their foreign students home. And since he came back to America like last night, he has to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. And so since my grandmother lives alone, she's going to leave that house and let him stay in her house on his own for 2 weeks, and then she's going to move in with his mother, my aunt. Does that make sense? But anyway, the point is, going back to what Orikame was saying, the point is, you don't have to catch COVID to die from this situation. Do you understand? It's really scary. And there's a lot of people that are, you don't know. Like, stress and despair and loss of hope can trigger it's such physiological reactions in us that one could be in grave peril. That's the statistic that I don't think we're really able to like mark down or quantify, because how can you prove what is directly related to the virus? But I think that's it, I think more people are dying from this virus situation than from the actual virus. And it's so sad. It's so sad. And I think that's why it's just, again, it's important. Reach out to people. Don't wait for them to ask for help. Reach out. You have no idea how much stress can like literally kill you. So keep perspective, deep breathe, go look at the sky sometimes. Don't doomer yourself into a coma, Be warm to each other, appreciate what you have, be mindful. Try to be good. I think you and a lot of other people could survive that way. All right, I've kind of bodied this boy. Can't see it very well right now. We'll go over to the other screen. The key here is, there's actually not a whole lot of trick to it. What you need to do is just take this part right here, this face part that's just jutting out, and you need to kind of bring it down like this. You have to see, already that looks amazing, because that's what it is. It makes it look like a Muppet. It makes it look like a Kermit the Frog kind of situation. You can blame Sneaks for this. All right, here we go. Here I go inking this. You guys, I'm so scared. Don't make me ink this. Don't make me ink this. Okay, all right, just do it. Just do it. It's fine. Just do. Okay, just do it. Just do it. Just go for it. I did it. I drew Dodoguremon making their hot dog face on a sketchbook. Thanks for the suggestion, Solid Sneaks. I'll get you for this. I'll get you. Oh no. I think the drawing sapped my energy. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for hanging out with the Digimon part of the show, folks. Thanks, patrons, for supporting this channel, especially Nobro Shifter, Dog Trainer 89, Kitsy Fluff, Iron Possum. Thank you all so much. I'll see you all next time, YouTube. Ugh. Have a good one.